New Line Cinema.
New Line Cinema. Oh man, if they had a lot of good stuff under their belts.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, speaking of openings, like every time I watch this movie with that logo popping up, I always was like excited because that logo is like kind of iconic. There's like always like a meme saying something like, "What's the first movie you think of when you see this logo?" And because I feel like they did like release like a lot of good gems.
They did. Very 90s, 2000s based. Because I was on their primary. And I know they were associated with Warner Brothers too. But yeah, they were like, this, Magnolia, Lord of the Rings. Like they did a lot of popular movies in the 90s, 2000s range. A lot of science fiction stuff too.
Yeah.
But it's great because this opening scene that we're watching, The Mask with Jim Carrey. The opening scene just feels like you're in a completely different movie altogether right here. Like it's so fascinating just how different the tone is here.
Yeah, I just realized they called it Edge City.
They do, yeah.
I was like, what?
Fictional city, yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah, that is great.
It's like it almost reminds me of it's like a lighthearted take on like how the movie Seven is to me a little bit, where you're almost in a fictional city, just watching these characters. Just I don't know, it's like the city almost feels like a character in itself the way it's painted.
But this opening does feel like a totally like almost like a different premise of a different movie. I don't know, it just feels like really different. I guess
ancient tone.
Yeah, an ancient tone. That's good.
Remember, there's like a deleted scene. I think that was like before this. There was like a pirate that like first buried this treasure out in the middle of an island.
Really?
It was like it's in like 10,000 like just one of the most like I think like somewhere in the 11th century, and it's just so surreal to see it unfold. Like it's like it just feels like a totally different movie.
Well, yeah, The Mask, man. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. This like very nostalgic as far as watching goes, and whenever I was a kid, this was like a core memory of mine watching at Frank's. Particularly, I watched it a lot at his place, I remember, and I've just seen it. One of my, I guess, earliest memories of like Jim Carrey too, I think. And this movie, it just feels timeless, but there's like such a great like 90s aesthetic to it.
It's distinctively 90s, absolutely. Yeah. No, there's something about it that just feels extremely inviting. It's so easy to get into just Jim Carrey's over the top personality here. Like instantly I think the tone gets comedic with Carrey. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I watched this movie a ton when I was growing up. This is the first DVD I ever owned, and I just remember being obsessed with this particularly. Just being like, well, you can skim around chapters. You can like have a pop-up menu and everything. This movie was like kind of the gateway, and I would just get obsessed and just I don't know, taking in Jim Carrey's acting, particularly when I would rewatch this. It's like, wow, he's just really entertaining, larger than life, in a very inviting way here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's really charismatic, man. He's just like.
It's one of a kind.
It's like infectious, just like being able to like, it's like wanting to watch him, or like everyone he interacts with and by himself on screen is just like, it's just so fun. It's just
so
really,
fun,
really
it's
fun
iconic, and I can't explain it.
There's a comfortable feeling with him.
It's like he makes me want to watch more movies. I think he literally watching this just instinctually just made me want to go on a DVD hunt for like the rest of basically like kind of set up my whole life. It feels like Jim Carrey really did set a catalyst here.
Yeah, what year did this come out?
94.
No, 94.
Yeah,
oh wow,
mid-90s.
It is really early 90s. Okay,
it's early 90s. Yeah, Carrey was. Yeah, he did this in Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura. All three of those in the same year.
Yeah, there's an interview he talks about that, like where he like basically like wrote himself a check for $1 million and he did like all those movies back to back to back. It's like, damn,
that's so insane.
Yeah,
like man, it's amazing that actors can do like numerous roles in a year. Those are always some of the most intriguing, and this is a wonderful case.
They really lined up for him, man. Like those are all iconic movies, you know.
They all are,
and he's just become an iconic actor. What do you think about him now these days?
I haven't seen him much in a little while. He hasn't really said too much. He hasn't really been in the limelight.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I love. I'm sure he's just kind of living in what he's already done. I get the feeling he's probably in that stage, probably wanting to really just dive heavy into the art. He seems like he's just really obsessed with surrealistic art.
He's a big painter.
Yeah, he's a big painter. He reminds me a lot of a David Lynchian kind of personality these days, and. I think he's reclusive. I think he lives. I think he just kind of lives in his own way, which is really cool. I think it's cool. He's like that.
Yeah, he doesn't really do movies anymore except for the Sonic franchise. He's still like
that's right.
Dr. Robotics.
He's great at that.
Did you see that whole like conspiracy that he was when he was at the French Awards, like being like honored at the French Awards, like it was like another actor like playing him.
That's
or
right.
Something.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it just. I know, it's just like, it's so funny because he doesn't come out much, and I think like he said one time, I think people are going back to some old interview, he said that if he was to come back out, it wouldn't be him. It'd be like an actor playing him or something like that. Because he's kind of a weird dude.
He's a weird dude. He's gotten really. I think he's really gotten far enough surrealism, and it's probably a little too much to be a charismatic actor now. He probably kind of got it out in his younger years, and now he really just wants to be like this reclusive guy who's just upset.
He's
extremely spiritual. Exactly. Yeah, he lives like all the time painting and just kind of going crazy, basically. In his own way, but he does it in a way that works, though. I mean, he's cool.
Yeah, he is cool. I mean, I'm always interested to see what he does. And he wrote like an autobiography, I guess, or like a memoir book or something.
Heard of that. I'd like to read it.
Wendy owns it, and I started trying to read it, and dude, it's wild. It's hard to read because he's just kind of like all over the place. Like he talks it reminds me of that book that you read and got me a copy of.
Oh, Gravity's Rainbow.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. It's just kind of like all over the place. It's just like, whoa, is this how his mind works? Like that's like, oh gosh, that's hard to keep up with.
It's like a tough, insane guy to keep up with. Exactly.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
He's a enigma for sure.
He's an enigma.
He was the Riddler in Batman.
Yeah, Batman. He was. Yep, he sure was. I never even seen that movie, which is crazy. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I
Tommy
know.
Lee Jones as Two-Face.
I really need to get to that one.
Is it Val Kilmer still on that one?
Yeah. He was in that.
Yeah,
yes, that's right. Yep. Yeah. No, I think. That's right. I desperately need to see that movie. I need to talk about that.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher.
I think Joel Schumacher did that and Robin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was right.
That's a fun movie, man. It's kind of like a. It's really kooky, but it's really fun. Didn't Tim Burton direct that?
I think Tim Burton did the first two.
No, he did the two.
The Michael Keaton ones.
It just looks like kind of like a continued Tim Burton.
Because it does literally continue that kind of like aesthetic value.
Yeah.
I think it really picks right back up on it.
That's why I always think of it. I'm like, wow, it just looks like kind of over the top with everything.
Yeah, it does. And it's Joel Schumacher.
It
is Schumacher. Yeah, because basically, Burton did the Keaton movies in 89, 92, the first one, and then Returns. And I think those are like considered the most classic of that era.
Yeah, because of the fourth one's pretty
fourth one's actually pretty bad. Like, it's entertainingly bad, but it is bad.
Yes.
And Schwarzenegger is particularly fun in it. But
Uma Thurman, I think.
Uma Thurman, that's right. Yeah, George Clooney is Batman. That is a really awkward casting.
It's so awkward. It's like,
dude.
why?
I know. What the hell, man? And I think that right there is what's. But I also get the feeling that right there is what spawned Nolan to probably motivate him to really do what he did with with his Dark Knight movies, because he's probably like, wow, that really kind of almost killed the genre for about a whole decade there. I think because it was very strongly lived, but I think that was a short-lived phase. Like, it was just tough to keep making great Batman movies.
Yeah, I think
like
it's
the Home
kind of
Alone
like, what are we
series.
doing? You know?
It was a lot like the Home Alone run, where it was like great for 2 movies, and then it's like, all right, it kind of got dud. They were kind of just duds after that. But yeah, seriously though,
that guy just passed away.
That's right, he did, didn't he? Peter Green.
Yeah,
I know.
I really like him in this movie.
I really like him in this movie. He's like one of the first actors I think I really got captivated by just by the way of this movie. And seeing him later in Pulp Fiction is like one of the main villains was incredible. And this was made in the same year. He did this in Pulp Fiction the same year, which is really insane. Like, I really like him a lot. He's a great actor. You don't see him in a lot of things, but when he does, you never forget him. That's how he feels.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool stuff, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great
man.
movie here.
Oh, I love this movie. This is a wonderful rewatch.
Thanks for listening. If you're here, real today watching The Mask, and I think we've it's been a pretty good week, I guess. I feel like we're really back in our routine. I like how we're both kind of setting our goals on some things, and stuff like that, and just really moving slow pace with it all, and
move slow pace.
Yeah, we're almost at 200 streams, man.
That's great, man.
I was looking at
that's
it.
amazing.
Our last episode got a lot of hits, so I was like, oh,
sweet, man.
And so I haven't, because I still haven't really been keeping up with Instagram, but I'm glad that people are listening to the show. I still love showing up for it. So
yeah, me too, man. I love doing this every week. I think it's a perfect outlet because I like just observing how much the creative perspectives shift around every week. And I think here's like our weekly checkup on like what we're seeing every week. And I'm like, wow, we do change enough to where we can talk for over an hour for these sessions. I think that's amazing.
I agree, man. And like we just intake so much stuff too. It kind of really, we want to talk about it in general.
I get eager to talk. It's stuff I'm eager to talk about. I'm like, well, I'd be suppressing it if I wasn't. It's like, this is the place to talk about. They say you don't have to feel suppressing your day-to-day life, because it's like, sometimes I need to focus all day to get those long-term goals.
That's what I'm saying. It's like today I'm like it's just like there's stuff I really need to do, got to do, and it's just like, well, these are the if I want to accomplish any of the fun things I want to do or the creative goals I want to achieve or life goals, I have to double down on all this stuff.
Exactly.
It's just like, and also maintain a healthy balance of this and that, So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, there's a lot. The work life, personal life deal. Yeah, exactly. Save up a lot. Also trying to stay healthy in a lot of ways. Also,
right,
it's like. And just pacing out for just literally to make dreams come true is literally the way I see it. Yeah, so. That's all I want.
But yeah, I returned from Alabama and saw you at the diner. I told you I saw The Drama.
That's
so,
right, man. I saw it.
So I know that's the big one we want to talk about today.
That's a huge one.
Yeah,
that is a massive.
Who's the director? He made He made Dream Scenario.
He did make Dream Scenario. Yeah, let me.
How'd you feel about that movie? I
love Dream Scenario, dude. Dream Scenario was amazing, dude.
Very
I just thought that was a really great dark comedy kind of tone, kind of dry sense of humor, but I thought his tone really resonated. His name is Kristoffer Borgli. I was amazed by Dream Scenario. That's like some movies are really subtle, so it's like you'll love it and then you won't think about it for a little while, but then it'll just hit you all at once. It's like, wow, I love that movie more with age, and I think seeing the drama really reinstated that, because I'm right with you, dude. I think the drama was a grand masterpiece from start to finish. I mean, that's what I would call the epitome of perfect writing and perfect pacing and just perfect character development in every sense of the word.
Yeah, great acting too.
Man.
Just all around, it's a very, very well done, subtle but
extremely
powerful
subtle
movie. And it gets the conversation going, man. There's like a big discussion about that movie and the premise of it essentially on the internet right now. And that was something, because I saw it with Wendy and her sister and her friend and her sister's fiance. So it was like a group of us, right? And we all went in there, watched it, and when we got out, it was all we talked about for like 45 minutes about the dilemma of like what centers that movie. And it's a pretty heavy subject, so if you don't know what the drama is, just look up the premise at least, because it's just it's such a discussion. It ruins Robert Pattinson's life essentially. You're just kind of like, and that was discussion afterwards. Like, well, what would you do? I'm like, I'm with him. I feel like that's a lot to take in, and the wedding's right there. It just really makes you kind of question everything.
It's a lot of stress.
A lot of stress, absolutely.
And it's basically how a small thing boils into something massive.
Yeah.
It's like it's all over just a party, basically a party game. Like, and it's very surreal just how,
because you're just like, what's gonna burst here, it's gonna, and it starts leaking out real bad in that third act. Oh gosh,
man, so many cringy moments.
Yeah, dude,
it's so uncomfortable,
moments.
dude. It's so uncomfortable.
It's just like
just wild places you don't want to be, scenarios you don't want to ever get into.
No,
it's like,
even just seeing
that's traumatizing.
Third party hand witnessing it, that'd still be a lot to be like, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
cringe,
cringy as it gets.
Yeah, great pacing too, though, man. I mean, it really just kind of unravels that, like, it's like a crack of an egg, man. It just slowly starts throughout the whole movie, just until it gets real bad. And yeah, man, I don't know. I really, really loved it.
I'm with you, dude.
I'm still thinking about it for sure.
I know. Yeah, no. It's just living on me everywhere right now. Ever since that viewing, just thinking about all those elements and just the way that all paced out. I love the whole ending of it too. Is phenomenal. Can't say, but
I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it. It's just so new. But
so I'd really advise it just to treat that movie itself like a mystery box.
Totally.
I say just no trailers.
I went in blind.
Just go blind. Yeah, I did too. That made it extremely suspenseful from start to finish.
Yeah, I was like, what is about to happen here? But love Robert Pattinson. Zendaya did great too. I really liked her. But I just feel like that was one of those movies where I'm like, this is Robert Pattinson acting. Like, I really appreciate his acting. Like, I was like, man, I cannot wait for him to come back in Batman, because that's like the next movie he's filming.
I was thinking about Batman too while watching that, man. There's
a couple of moments where I was like, dude, he's Batman.
He was just something else in that. No, I love his acting. I thought that was one of his best roles, because it's like it strangely gave me like almost a bit of a comic Loglan kind of feel, but like in its own kind of way entirely, where there's like the charismatic person in uncomfortable scenarios. It's like, I think that was like the epitome of just Pattinson just really getting all the way in with that. Yeah, I thought that was an unforgettably great character.
Yeah.
And then Zenyatta too was just amazing, stunning in that from start to finish. I think, she's going down as a favorite actress.
Absolutely.
Really extremely subtle actress. And then a lot of time felt like very disturbing in a lot of ways, in its own original kind of way. Like, kind of very haunting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a good movie. And I was really hesitant about watching at first, just because, like, I'm already tired always, but like, we had to drive in like 3.5 hours, and we get there, and kind of as soon as we got there, we basically went out to eat, and then we were going to watch a movie, and we're going to go see that. And the showing was at like 8:15 or something like that. And it's like an hour behind, so it's really like 9 my time, our time here.
Right.
So I was like, I went in, I was just like, man, this is kind of like I was just tired. I was like, I don't know if I even have it in me. I feel like I'll fall asleep, and I don't even know what this movie's about. And I was just like,
I was strangely tired too when I saw it.
Yeah, and then I saw it, and I was like, instantly I was like hooked. I was like, okay, what's going on?
Opening scene is interesting.
Yeah, and I was hooked for the whole movie, and I'm so happy I actually did go see that movie.
Seriously,
it was just like one of those like off the wall kind of random things that happened, and it was just ended up being like a really, really great watch.
It's unforgettable. Absolutely
unforgettable. So definitely highly recommend the drama. That was very good. Yeah.
I don't know.
Lots of discussions are being had about that.
There's a lot to say about it. Absolutely. And I would flesh it out more if there was a spoiler free. I don't want to spoil it. I just seriously don't want to put it in the air right now.
Yeah. Maybe we'll revisit it again. We'll watch it sometime and we can really dive into it.
That sounds great to me. Yeah. There's a lot to say in there. And I love that title. I think that's a great title. That strangely like hits us a perfect one for what it's doing. It just feels like, here's how a drama could just break something bad, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I got me thinking a lot in general. It's like, I guess I have spent a lot of my life obsessed with the feeling of dramas. I guess I always have been obsessed with that part of movies in a lot of ways. That's just kind of a great. I feel like a great almost some. I don't know. That just strangely just mysteriously got me to that just because of that title. You could say.
Yeah. No, I kind of grew up watching mostly comedies and dramas.
Same here. I think comedy dramas. That's the balance exactly right.
I watched a lot of action movies because I was interested in that, and it was fun, and there's all the blockbuster hits and stuff like that too.
Absolutely, same.
I remember mostly watching comedies and watching a lot of drama films with my mom and the family, and just like as I got older, I always just gravitated towards dramas, and I didn't really get into horror and a lot of other genres like until later in life, when I was high school and college and stuff like that. So and exploring like deep cut like kind of directors or anything like that, so but yeah, man, so that kind of really hit the spot. It had a great kind of dry sense of dark humor too underneath all of it too,
it really did,
but
yeah, it did have a really subtle sense of comedy.
And The Mask does a great job here too. It's comedy. I think it's like funny, but at the same time, it's very much more of like a drama. I think,
it is comedy drama. Absolutely. Yeah, you can take the story very seriously, but it's like a lot of it's downright goofy, but yet it's also like there's a pretty intense story going on.
Yeah,
when
it
you
is.
just filter out like just the humor and get into the story. It's like, wow, that's like a superhero dilemma
for sure.
Yeah, but I know I absolutely love that. I'm with you. I think the spark of comedy drama is very timeless, and those are the genres I think I might have spent the most time with overall. And I think I strangely get the most motivation out of those two genres. Strangely, I guess that's mostly what I want to be more like every day. I feel like those two tones in a lot of ways. I think it's a great balance to have.
What about creatively? You think like that's kind of more the avenue you want to stay into?
100%. I think that's always been what I've been the most kind of drawn to in a sense. I think I'm a little obsessed with like maybe the drama, going to dramas. Maybe that's just a subtle way of just like understanding just the essence of human drama. So maybe just the goal is to filter it out in my reality almost. And the films is like I can just get it all out of my system right here. And then comedy is like, well, that's how I want the reality to be. Like it should feel funny and not actually too serious in a lot of ways. And I think this dramas can also often really show like raw consequences in a lot of ways. And I've always been drawn to consequences, like the anxiety of consequences in film. I'm like, film is a great way to explore just like raw anxiety in a lot of ways. And I think that's what dramas often get across. That's so phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm with you, man, for sure. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like I would love to. Well, I want to explore more of that genres in my filmography and stuff like that. Like I'm really happy to see that the Gifted series and Cho and even TV Land has kind of leaned more into the drama side versus like the horror side.
They do, yeah.
Because like I would consider all those movies except for TV Land like horror, but at the same time, the drama is actually the most forefront.
I see what you're saying.
Like, the Gift. I mean, it's a really emotional, kind of intense, dramatic story with Jijulin and in the Gifted and Original Sin, and then Cho, like same thing with Kenny and as Cho. It's just like there's an actual story with things going on, consequences and things like that happening, but when the shit happens, it's like horror. You know? So,
dude, you really incorporate a lot of more dramatic elements as that goes. That's a real observation right there.
But I want to like more transition eventually to like films like I'm doing like TV Land, where there's more of like kind of a kind of quirky edge to it, like a fun, I don't know, like I have a lot of these ideas, man. I just want to keep exploring.
I see what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, dude.
But
it sounds like you're almost getting into the comedy drama realm with the TV land, in a sense. I think you're actually combining the two
there's
elements.
definitely elements. I think I've blended a lot of elements. I call it kind of experimental, to be honest, like a drama and experimental, because I throw in a lot of different genres in it.
That's great, man. That's the best way right there. I think I like ultimately lends itself best to surrealism. I think the idea of surrealism is you can explore all genres. It's like it kind of turns into its own entity. Like I love it when you watch movies and it's like I can't classify this. I don't know if it's because it's funny and serious. It's terrifying. It's disturbing. Like it's all these different things at once. It's like what do you call that? A lot of times that's what the drama label gets, but I always feel like that's just open to just be a little everything, really.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like suspense value is really important. I think movies, a lot of dramas just are really intense, and it's like this is suspense feeling of just like, what the hell's going to happen next kind of feeling. That's like I think that's like the best way for a movie to feel ultimately.
Yeah.
Just even on rewatches, it's like wow, I still just feel like the intensity, and just like I did the first time. I like it when it feels like that too. Oh, this is a crazy scene in the movie.
I
The
know.
Mask.
I was just thinking the CGI for this, or like the special, whatever they do for these animations. It's pretty good.
It's
man.
really
They
great.
honestly do a great job with this whole movie.
They did phenomenal, absolutely. Yeah, because this is very early '90s, where it's just like you have.
And I love the city aesthetic,
Seriously.
especially the nighttime and city aesthetic. So cool.
It all looks great, dude. Yeah, the city feels like a character in itself, and I feel like the CGI lends itself to just a very timeless look, much like how like Jurassic Park, Terminator 2 were, where it's like, wow, the work back then was just. It feels like so much went into it, and they really got it across quite perfectly what they were going for.
I agree.
Like, this is no better way to do it than this. This is amazing.
It's so it's ridiculous.
He just gives someone a wedgie.
He's nuts, dude.
He's crazy.
He's so totally crazy. With
He's
that
like he turns into a psychopath.
Yeah, he really does.
A fast-paced one, very unique. Oh
so
man, the carnival aesthetic song, dude. Yeah.
And then now I'm laughing too because I guess I never realized it takes place in Edge City. For some reason, I always thought this was New York.
Yeah, it feels like New York. Yeah, it really does. It's so offbeat, man.
Oh wow, this is just like it just really. I love when it leans into the comical side.
Oh,
like
I know.
It
does feel really absurd.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, just making all these crazy balloons, just totally taunting them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a great one. Yeah, this is one of the best scenes, honestly. This whole alleyway sequence.
He's did the Mask? I think the Mask was like a graphic novel or something before the movie, right?
Yep, I think that's literally what it was based on. That's so cool, dude. I never read it.
Yeah, I never read it either. I can see that now, knowing that information. It's like,
does feel like a graphic novel.
Yeah, it feels like a comic book kind of esque character and like, wacky scenario and stuff like this. Tommy gun. Tommy gun.
Oh, what a psychopath.
Yeah, he really is. He really is.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is a great one.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. What else have you been up to? I only have a couple other things or movies I've watched, and one, the last one I'm like currently just watching. I got to finish it tonight. Yeah.
I got a handful of movies to talk about, and I got a few other things on the side I can bring up as well.
Sure, man.
Yeah, man. Firstly, I was house sitting while you were on vacation over the weekend, and I had a phenomenal session of revisiting the game Banjo-Kazooie.
All right,
I had to bring that up for a minute. How much that meant, because I didn't expect it. I think you really revived my love for Banjo-Kazooie, and I think I've actually realized, wow, this is like my favorite game of all time.
Oh, cool, man.
I'm obsessed with the aesthetic and just the whole like world building, and I think I realized even that also subconsciously got in my DNA and influenced how I look at a lot of movies. Just like looking at the world building, like I almost look at movies almost like going through different levels in a weird kind of way. I realize a lot of movies are kind of paced that way, and it's like, almost playing the game doesn't feel that different to me in spirit, in a sense. And it's like there's a real excitement about, and I don't know, it's like I strangely turn into a perfectionist when I play these games, where it's like, no, I actually want to get everything, you know? Right. So playing Banjo-Kazooie is great because it really just kind of multiplies Kazooie, dude. It really just takes everything, and I love just going through every level and just. It's just expanded as hell, dude. It's a lot like Donkey Kong 64, where it's just a big time collective fest, and I really go for that personally.
Yeah, what's funny is like, so I was an N64 kid, so I had the I had Banjo-Kazooie whenever I was young, but I never beat it. Like I got like pretty far into it, or far enough, I think, that I got a good experience out of it, so I remembered it very vividly. But I don't think I like totally beat it. So when I picked it up, when I got an Xbox in like 2015 or something, Rare Replay came out, and I saw they had that and Conquerors and all this stuff. I was like, oh, dude, amazing. So I got that, and I replayed it, and it kind of triggered this whole like nostalgia overload, along with like
exactly
the love for the game. I was like, wow, this is a great game. I mean, it's really, really fun. Like, I kind of, like you said, kind of get oddly like a little bit obsessive with it. To like, I want to collect everything. I got like 100%, I think, on that game.
You did. I went through it. You did. Yeah.
Like, I really spent time into it and thoroughly enjoyed it. So, but then afterwards, and maybe it's just because I like spent a lot of time right away, just like playing the whole game throughout it. But after I beat it, I booted up Banjo-Tooie because it has that on there, and I just couldn't get into it for some reason.
It's a slow burner. It's tough to get into at first, I think. It's one of those games where I think it almost takes a few levels to really start loving it, for me personally, at least. But no, it's known for being a big time, like, it's a tough one to get into. It's a lot more difficult than the first one kind of thing, and just because it is slow paced, it's very, like, cinematic. It's like going through these places, like, where the hell there's so much, like, where the hell do I go kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
You know, and I think a game like that would probably be it's probably how starting a lot of the games are like for me, where it's like, it's tough to get kickstarted, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, where do I start? Sometimes these games are overwhelming. They're massive. That was the criticism it received. It's too massive. It's too big. Too much.
Really? Yeah, because
it's tough to be inviting when you're like that.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I was just like, I don't know. I was kind of like already kind of overwhelmed, I guess, or something. I just was like, I don't know what's going on here.
It is a very overwhelming game.
But that's how I feel a lot about games now. Like, you know, it's just, there is like a lot going on right off the bat, and like, it looks like you can just go anywhere, and it's just like, and I kind of get lost for a minute, and I'm like, this requires a lot of time, and I'm like, I don't have the time.
It's tough
so
to
it's
find
just
the time, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Like, after that weekend, I've just wanted to kind of be back in my routine. I'm like, dude, it is tough to find the time to just play that game, even though I'm thinking about it every day. I want to, but it's like, I don't know. It's like the film side is very in the music. Like, a lot of the other arts are just. It's like I'm trying to balance it all out, and just the other stuff can dominate me very, very easily, to where it's like, oh man, I can't open up that time I need for the gaming. Just trying to balance work and exercise and all that, you know, too. So it's just. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to try that out again one day, though. Banjo-Tooie.
Dude.
Then they made Nuts and Bolts.
They did. I've not played that. Man, I've heard really rough things about it. I've looked at the gameplay, and that looks like a way more tough one to get into than ever. I've heard that's like by far the worst one in the series. I'll try it, though. I do want to try it just to have a real take on it.
Yeah.
I've only heard like rough things. I like almost like even the graphic design. It's like, wow, it looks like they really lost the spark in it.
Yeah,
I kind of don't like the graphic design alone.
That's what I remember. Like, the art looks a lot different than the original one.
Somehow, almost like, even though it was like made 9 years later, it almost looks like it's older. It's weird.
Yeah,
but yeah, I really recommend it too. I think like games like that, if like you have to have the whole day off for free in order to really make it happen, is what it is. And then it's like when that day happens, there's too many other things that can call up to you also. Still, yeah. So yeah, but it's worth it though. I think to really flesh that one out.
Yeah, man, that's cool, dude. How far along are you with? Or wait, did you beat Banjo yet?
I did. I beat Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay,
I only got to like I'm working on 2 right now. I got to level 4, so it's like
cool.
and I think playing level 3, which is called Witchy World. I'm like, dude, this is one of the best levels I've ever played.
Cool.
Revisiting it. It's just like this game feels. I mean, you feel this way a lot of games where it's like you realize how hyper like subconscious and DNA it is into you. Like going through these levels, I was like, dude, it feels like this game is just everywhere, dude. Like even just around here, I was like, I'm like, dude, I see this level everywhere right now. It feels like a carnival aesthetic. It literally feels like being at a theme park in every sense of the word.
Right on.
I was like, this is the best, dude. I was like, this is literally like one of the best nights of gaming I've ever had. Like I think it actually is. I realized in that moment. Dude, it's a phenomenal game.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, and there's like one called Glitter Gulch Mine. That was level 2, and I was like, dude, this just like seriously maybe it has like a mining atmosphere, and it's very massive. It's huge, dude. Yeah. It's like playing this just like I don't know, like strangely almost give me like a There'll Be Blood atmosphere in a weird kind of way. Like it's so cool, dude.
I randomly think about like just random games I've played over the years, you know, as a kid, and I'm like, oh man, I would love to like just tap back into that for a second and see what that was like again, or like, is it how I remember it, you know, and things like that.
It's like, amazing. You might be surprised what holds up, and the stuff that like it's really nice whenever it's DNA and you played it so much growing up. So now it's like, okay, now you actually know you'll know the mechanics of it. It's really rewarding.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What are some of those games for you?
Probably the Zelda games and like Super Smash or something like that. You know, play like stuff like Mario Kart or whatever. Same. Just like Banjo-Kazooie, I quickly got right back into that. I was like, oh yeah, this is where it's at.
I was like, that was the most best thing that's ever been thrown at me in a while.
You know,
same with Halo.
Halo, and just a lot of games like I played a lot of, you know, like the most with. But I think about these random games like there's oh gosh, what was I just thinking of? There was like this one Well, I remember I told you about one recently, which is called State of Emergency. That's a old Rockstar game.
That's crazy,
yeah, and
man.
it's just like you're kind of like, basically you get to pick like one out of like, I don't know, 4 or 5 characters, something like that, and you're basically going into like these big riots and just slaying people down, dude, and just like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, it's a weird kind of like, killing spree kind of game, but like it's funny, and it's kind of it's pretty awesome how it plays and stuff like that, and it's just kind of really over the top, ridiculous and stuff like that. So it's just one of those weird old Rockstar games. I think about that, and I think about this game called Quest 64 that was on the Nintendo, and that was like a turn-based RPG, and it kind of has like a similar aesthetic as like Zelda, but it's like its own thing. And that's a game I never beat, and I've always wanted to beat it. I remember just really loving the whole world building and the aesthetics and the character designs and everything, and it was really fun, but I thought it was like a little too challenging for me as at age, so I always think about that game and wanting to go back and play it and stuff. And there's just like a lot of like random games like that I'll think of and just be like, man, one day I want to be able to pick up those old games and just have a day where I just replay it and see where it goes.
Just see how it lands. Exactly. Yeah. You might just be amazed and surprised at just how much you get into it. Just how much it brings out of you and getting it back into. That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, it's hard to find the time, and so like even with like Pokemon, like I've been like I almost played last night, but I was like, it's just one of those things where it's like I really want to enjoy the experience too. I don't want to just pick it up for like 20 minutes.
Dude, I don't either. Yeah, that's what I'm going through. It's like, wow, it doesn't feel great to do that. Yeah, somehow it's just like, it's just not enough, dude. And and then backtrack a little bit. It's all about Rockstar, dude. That is one of the best companies, I think. Just play.
I never beat GTA 3. I know we've talked about it on this episode a lot. On this show.
Those are some great games. I want to go through and beat all of them. I never beat all of them.
I never beat them all either.
Played just
I beat
pieces
San
of all
Andreas, but I never beat 3, and I never beat Vice City, and I don't even think I beat 4, man. I beat 5 though. But they're kind of like iconic games, man, and I do want to beat them all. It's a lot to take in too, though. But if you pace it out and like kind of go casual about it, it's really fun. I think. So.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, and pacing again, just pacing games as an adult. I'm like, wow. I think every day I'm just trying to figure out how it's done in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want to get to that point where I can just comfortably play for like an hour or so a day, or something. Maybe I can give myself an hour at least. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough otherwise. Yeah, I think anything less than that, it's not enough.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, that's cool, man. Back on the gaming kick there.
Right on.
Yeah,
and Pokemon, you say you've been really bringing that out lately.
Yeah, I was for a minute. I was playing like, a good bit every night, but I really haven't played in a couple of weeks here. But I'm gonna get back into it because there's a lot of. I still want to play it.
I love watching you play.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. Just intensely being into a great game. I'm like that was just wonderful to behold. That's a series I really am interested in getting into sometimes. That's just a lot, dude. I think but when I'm into it, that would be everything. I imagine.
Man, it's I have so much love for that series just because it's like I started playing really when I was like 6-7 years old.
So cool, man. It's so cool how D&A it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Yeah, it'd be a good game to pick up eventually, I think, and me and you could casually play together. That'd be really cool.
I want to get to that point. Yeah, because I think gaming, I really see this almost more than anything the most slow-paced art because of what we were saying. Just how the hell do you pace it out as an adult? And then
I always think about like those Twitch streamers or something who anyone who streams to play games like full time, and I'm like, it sounds great, but I'm like, to get paid to be able to play, but I just don't see myself. I don't think I could cram in like 6 to 8 hours of gaming like that. Like at this age anymore. I could probably do 2, maybe 3, and feel really good. But I would need like a break if I was gonna do some more.
I couldn't marathon that intensely.
I couldn't do it. Like I was watching someone who was talking about their schedule for the day, and they would basically do like 2 6-hour shifts of gaming for the day. It was just like, oh, that's a lot of video game intake, and I think that's just too much for me.
I would be called for other things eventually. Like
absolutely, I have much more things going on in my life that I would need to tend to.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's just I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I think film and music. I got my other means. I got to cater to. I get especially called to.
I probably fall asleep playing, dude. I've done that before. Fall asleep playing games.
Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, I think I did that with one of the nights at 2E actually. Yeah, I'll just play until I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I was playing planning to slowly pick it up, and I'll beat all of it. Maybe next few sessions I'm house sitting. I'll plan to pick it up and just try to beat it slowly.
Right
I'm going to go at that.
Isn't it on the Rare Replay?
It is.
Yeah,
that's part of it.
You own it, don't
you?
Yep,
I sure do. Yeah, I got it on my console too.
Yeah.
I just want to play it twice. Now I have a reason to play it twice. That's
cool.
simply my motive. I'm doing it in my own. I'm going to start it in my own place. I haven't started it yet. At
my
place
okay.
Yet.
So you got it.
I just did all that here.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I just did Kazooie at my place.
Yeah, right on.
I just want to do them perfect. So yeah,
absolutely, man.
Yeah, man, it's uniquely rewarding. But yeah, man, you want me to get in some movies I've watched lately?
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of good stuff to bring up.
What'd you get?
So firstly, I revisited Dunkirk recently. And
cool.
Yeah, I gotta say once again. I know we talk about Nolan a lot on here, but that's really one of his best movies. I
think it's underrated.
Yeah, it is underrated. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I've only seen it the one time, and I kind of was hesitant.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it the first time.
Yeah, I loved it the time I watched it. I thought I was really like it kind of exceeded my expectations. I really enjoyed it. But I think about it and I'm like, oh man, I really need to rewatch it again because I need to see if it holds up like that for me, and also like I kind of just want to take in all the details again and see how it flows because there's a lot going on in that movie too. But
you got that right.
It's great, man. I mean, I remember enjoying it very much. So
I had to see it a few times, taking all the details. And I think a lot of those details are just like it's like a technical marvel in a sense.
Yeah,
because
I think about it now and I'm like, man, I feel like that's such a powerful movie. I need to rewatch it again.
Yeah, it's powerful. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's powerful. And it's like telling three different stories, but just like pacing it all like in a very small time constraint. It's just like that would be tough to execute, but it's very intense. Like it always feels like a very intense thriller. That's what. Yeah, Nolan's kind of a master at suspense in a way. I think he's a modern. Like all of his movies do feel like they have a real raw, suspenseful edge about them.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot of his drive, and that one really was perfectly utilized. And that was a movie he wanted to make his entire life. So I thought that was really cool to see that. And just rewatching that, yeah, I think that one sincerely feels more powerful every time. And I was curious, have you ever seen a movie called Deliverance?
Deliverance?
Yeah.
No, is that Clint Eastwood?
Not Clint Eastwood. No. It's Burt Reynolds and John Voight.
Okay, no, I've never seen it. No.
Yeah, it's like strangely enough, the plot's extremely similar to that Comedy Without a Paddle. I think we talked about that before. But basically, three guys going out into the wilderness and just basically encountering some crazy shit. Basically, yeah, it's a crazy intense movie, dude. I'm obsessed with how intense it is.
What year did that come out?
1972.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's an old one, but dude, it's like timeless. It's just the perfect adventure story of going into the woods and just encountering some horrible, terrifying shit happens, basically.
Okay.
Like I'm talking like Last House on the Left levels that happens to the guys.
No.
Yeah, that's like oh shit. yeah, just bad. Just one bad scenario after another. You know, they go on go canoeing and then just all these bad guys are just kind of spying on them and just it just escalates like crazy from there. Yeah, they can't get away. They're like just on it like play, a lot of cat and mouse kind of going on, just like hiding out behind waterfalls, hiding out behind rocks, trying to kill enemies. It's insanely good, dude.
Yeah,
it's a great survival movie. I love like survival instinct stories a lot. I like that really hit it hits the survival instinct kind of note in a very richly suspenseful kind of way. I think that director was like a one-hit wonder. It's John Boorman is his name, but it's a damn good. It's kind of an action movie. There's like a lot of action to it also. I mean, yeah, made me think a lot of in general like survival instinct stories. I think that's one of my favorite topics to get into.
Yeah.
And another example of that I randomly think about is like the movie Rambo: First Blood. I was curious if
I've
you've
never
seen that.
It.
Recommended. I think that's one of my all-time favorite action
seen
movies.
Really, any of the Rambo movies.
Right on, dude. I'm curious to get your take on those.
Yeah, I want to, and I feel like I know I've seen like scenes of some of them, along with I've seen most of the. It was like I know he did like 4, 5, and 6. I don't know. He did like a bunch of newer ones.
He did.
But I think it was like the first out of the new ones when Stallone was older. You know, I think I've seen a lot of that one.
Yeah. Oh, that one's crazy. That one's crazy.
That one's pretty nuts. Like, it's brutal. Like,
that's like the most intense. I think like just biggest gore fest of the whole series. I think that one is. I think that's the fourth one. That was like 2008 range.
4. Yeah.
I've
Didn't
seen
he do another one after that?
There was a few. I didn't see any more, but I think there were like at least 2 more.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if he did 5. Like I know he did 1 more. I don't know if he did 2 more.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought the like old sequels like 2 and 3 were just okay, but number 1, I like that holds up as a masterpiece for me. I again just survival instinct. Just the guy, just kind of Sylvester Stallone, just like kind of just laying low from the law, basically out in the woods. And like literally a bunch of people are chasing him, and he's just like kind of a mastermind. I don't know, kind of like just being very improvisational about it. I think that's a lot of what hits me about it. It feels like a guy who knows how to improvise really well.
Yeah,
and he's just navigating through some really complex stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, survival instinct stories like that are really interesting, and it's a particular action. It's particularly catering to the action genre, but it's a mighty good action movie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I know. I keep hearing. I've always heard amazing things about the first one. Tyler loves that whole series. I think he's seen them all.
Right on.
But yeah, I just haven't watched it.
Watched it a lot growing up.
Yeah, but it took me a long time to even watch Predator for the first time. I only watched the first Predator maybe 6 years ago or something like that. So I just take. I don't know. There's a lot of movies I just haven't seen, and it takes me a long time to get to.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of movies are like that, man. Yeah, so I'm like, to this day, like there's still a whole bag of stuff I need to see. That's how a lot of that stuff goes.
I'm trying to think of
first Predator's great.
I'm trying to think of other survival instinct movies.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, man. Another one I think of is Castaway as a favorite too, by Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, never seen that one.
That's a great one.
I remember the scene of him knocking his tooth out.
Yep. He gets the tooth knocked out. He just literally lives on an island for 4 years. To the point where his best friend is a ball he calls Wilson.
I remember that.
Yep. So I really recommend that one it's really entertaining. Like I think that's just.
Doesn't he come back to civilization after
he does?
At the end? Does he have a hard time adjusting?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can't really meet reality again after going.
I gotta
through all
watch
that.
Yeah,
that's a really good one. Yeah. But survival instinct stories are great, and I just that's a great rabbit hole to go to get into. And then the other one's Mystic River. Have you ever seen that?
Sean Penn?
Yep, Sean Penn's in it.
It's
like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. I've seen that once, and I have to watch that one again because I think it was a lot to take in.
It is a lot.
It was kind of slow.
It's really slow paced, really hyper dramatic.
Yeah,
that's like extreme drama right there.
It is, and I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah,
I want to see that again.
Yeah, I really recommend that one. I think that just hits a uniquely bleak tone. That was one that, strangely, I was obsessed with that one when I first saw it because it's just, I guess, again, it's kind of the story of just three friends growing up and then they reunite 10 years later, and it just a big old awkward scenario kind of unfolds.
Yeah. Did someone died in their past or something like that in their back, and I don't know, but then it ends up being another murder or something?
Yeah, there was a murder, and basically there's a lot of false accusations going on, and Sean Penn's falsely accusing Tim Robbins of murdering this person, and it just really escalates.
But I remember the ending, he was he loses his shit.
He does. It gets really bleak. It's just a bleak tone that movie has. Yeah, it's unsettling.
I want to watch it again for sure.
I think
I'd probably appreciate more this time around.
I'd be really curious because I think it was by a book written by Daniel Lehine, who also wrote the book Shutter Island.
Okay.
And it kind of reminds me a lot in tone. I would say aesthetically, it reminds me. I would say of the films like Zodiac and Shutter Island and Prisoners too. It kind of hits that kind of note where it's just uncomfortable, unsettling, something of a really dark turn could happen at any moment. Those movies can just really shock you with how dark they get. So I really enjoy that aesthetic tone a lot. And then another one, shift gears. I watched a movie called another Robert Zemeckis movie, Contact. I saw this for the first time just about a week ago.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't heard that.
That was a great movie, dude. I really loved it. It has Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey in it as the leads, released in the late '90s. And just kind of just basically astrologists just communicating with alien forces, basically. Shit. It's a real simple, slow-paced kind of movie. Reminds me a lot of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but I think it was the characterization that was so great on that one. I think Zemeckis is just amazing at portraying characters, and even kind of had a tone that kind of gave me a feeling of how Flight was conveyed, but from more of a science fiction kind of angle.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's the poster for it. It's a really cool movie.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think it's...
I can't believe it took me that much time to see it. But
Robert Zemeckis, you said?
Robert Zemeckis. Wow. Yeah, he's just an all-star, man. He made Castaway, too.
Yeah, I know he did that, and Flight, and...
Back to the Future movies. It's like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's a massive one.
Yeah, I know.
Flight.
Wow.
It goes on and on. Yeah, then another one is rewatched Spirited Away. I forgot if we ever talked about Spirited Away on here.
Studio Ghibli?
Yep, Studio Ghibli, yeah. And that's, Hayao Miyazaki.
Yes. Spirited Away, I just now kind of started getting into his films probably last year mostly.
Right on.
Spirited Away is when they go to they move to that house and they go across the hill and it's that kind of undead town.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, going to an ethereal town, exactly.
Yeah, I can't remember if I actually finished it, but I watched the first half of it and I was loving it.
Dude,
yeah,
it's phenomenal.
Because it was kind of on during the day. Augie actually likes watching some of those.
Right on. It reminds me, it hits perfectly on a lot of Pixar kind of notes. It feels Pixar-esque.
It's really, that animation is just so soothing to look at, man. It's
it
so
is.
beautiful.
No, that's why I can't get over it, man. It's some of the best ever.
Kiki's Delivery
Service. I love that one, dude.
Yeah, that one was really good. I watched My Neighbor
Totoro.
Yeah, Totoro. Yeah, that one. I like that one.
Dude.
I know that was really
beautiful,
good too.
man.
Yeah,
these movies just have a whimsical charisma about
They
them.
do.
It's very original. Yeah, I thought Spirited Away just particularly resonates as like, wow, it just runs on imagination in a way that I love it, dude.
For sure. So. And then I think I started watching. I got maybe a little bit into the Castle in the Sky.
Yeah, I need to revisit that one.
Yeah, it was okay as I was watching. I mean, it's for what it is. It's still just like wow, it's breathtaking to watch.
Yeah.
You know? But so I need to go and like marathon all these movies. But
I'm
yeah,
saying, there's a lot of those I need to take in more because I think a lot of it's just wow, it's just so detail oriented. A lot of that stuff was like ahead of my time when I first saw it. When I was younger, I think I didn't actually fully click with all of them. But I'm like with the age, I'm like okay, now I really love these movies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're slow burner in a lot of ways, and they're just whimsical and very. You said they just really run on imagination. You could say like I know more like Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, like just all great movies, dude. And I just
is that what it's called? I said Castle in the
Sky.
Sky.
Actually no. There's two of them.
Really?
Castle in the Sky was in the '80s. Howl's Moving Castles in the 2000s.
Oh,
which is a weird movie.
Maybe. Okay.
Those are two different movies. Yeah.
Are they still Studio Ghibli?
Yep, they are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're both the same director.
Which
Miyazaki.
one? Maybe I'm thinking of.
He's obsessed with flying. He loves to observe flying in every sense of the word, aviation.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of Howl's Moving Castle. It's the guy who he's like the prince in the castle that's floating across the sky.
Yeah,
I guess that would be Howl's Moving
Castle. But Castle in the Sky is another movie he made in the '86.
Okay,
yeah, and I thought that one was pretty good. I love Howl's Moving Castle. Though.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like one called like Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. It's like there's a lot of stuff he did. Wow. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff, man.
Heard that one.
That was made in the early mid '80s, and I need to rewatch that one. But that one's kind of grown on me a lot over the years.
Did you see the newest one that came out with Robert Pattinson dubbing?
What's it called? The Wind Rises, or was that after?
I don't know.
Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, that's
dude,
it.
I forgot that. Oh my word!
Did you watch that one?
I did. I was obsessed with it.
It was good.
I
want to see that one.
I love it. Actually, I think that's my favorite one. It reminded me of Spirited Away from a boy's perspective, and it was a very similar kind of whimsical angle. Dude, I need to rewatch that. But that was just the animation, the way it was paced. I thought it was breathtaking in it. That's through my imagination. That was like that was a uniquely uplifting kind of movie to watch.
Cool.
Man, that movie hits such a great chord. I really recommend that one.
Yeah.
I think you and I would have the time of
your
lives watching that.
I'll have to put that on for sure.
Bro, that would be great. I'd love to hear your all's take on that.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. Yeah, now I'm talking about these. I want to watch them again.
I know, right? Yeah, it opens a door like that, and like Pixar movies too. I want to get back into a lot of Pixar
we put on A Bug's
stuff.
Life the other night.
That's awesome. How did that hold up? How did Augie like
it? He wasn't really paying attention. He's been kind of all over the place this week.
Yeah.
But, he wasn't like against it though. So I think he just needs like a good sit down viewing of it.
Yeah.
But I was watching some of it and because I was just doing a bunch of other stuff. But I've always loved that movie. I watched it. Actually, last time I watched it was when he was born, like right after he was born. He was still like newborn, and I was like up all night watching movies and stuff. And I ended up watching it one night, and back then I was like, wow, this really holds up. Like it's so good. It's just Pixar really just knows how to do it.
They really do.
And it's very comforting, familiar, along with Toy Story. You know,
you got that right.
There's actually a Bug's Life game that came out, like I think for like PlayStation and PC. Back in the day, and I played it, dude. It's actually pretty fun. It was challenging. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Though.
Same with the Toy Story games. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
those were challenging. Same thing. That sounds cool, man. I didn't know about the Bug's Life one. That's like strangely one of those. I didn't always love that one growing up, but I probably love it now. It seems better as an adult.
Yeah,
somehow.
I would check it out. It's pretty good.
I want to play those. I want to watch that movie again because I haven't seen that in ages.
Yeah, it really holds up.
Man, I love like Toy Stories, The Finding Nemo, Incredibles. Like, man, those are just like, amazing realm of movies that are all so different from each other, but they all have the same distinguishable kind of charm to them.
Yeah.
Again, like it reminds me a lot of what we were saying about like the Miyazaki stuff, of whimsical. And it runs on imagination and fleshed out characters. Those movies are really great at pacing out their stories, like in general. Like WALL-E was so experimental.
Yeah, that movie hit me pretty hard. I think when I watched it, and then same thing with Up.
Seriously,
dude,
yeah,
Up like broke my heart.
It's heartbreaking, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the mini film of the opening 10 minutes. It's just heart. It's like telling the whole film in a nutshell, and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really is.
The way it all paces out, it hits your tug string.
Did Pixar make Soul?
They did. Dude.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Soul was
good. Amazing, dude.
Yeah.
They had some music movies they made with that and Coco. Those are both
Coco was amazing too.
Dude, I love Coco.
See, it just keeps going.
Yeah, I know. They got so many. It's just like, wow. I can't believe this studio just did all these great movies. And then I was also like Inside Out. I was curious if Augie had seen Inside Out.
We put it on for him one time, and I think he was tuning in and out of it. It was before he was really, really watching movies a lot. But I that was really, I've only seen it the one time recently, kind of around that time too, and I didn't realize that was a pretty good movie too.
Dude, it is a great one. I love that movie. Yeah, just like every emotion is a character. Like that is a really cool concept. And it really makes the most of it, I thought, in a lot of ways.
I like how it plays out, like that whole the trying to get back to her, because all of her emotions leave her, and it's just like, it's kind of dark too.
No, it is kind of dark. Yeah, no, I love it when Pixar it doesn't show. I feel like they got more comfortable being dark with their later movies in a lot of ways, because I think of with Up and Toy Story 3 in particular, it's like, wow, they got emotional. Like, wow, they really make you tear induce. Yeah, in a lot of ways. That's
they lean into just the more human side of nature.
They get human. It gets human. So, yeah, exactly. No, and those movies just perfectly get that tone across. And also while I was house sitting here, I had the perfect rewatch of the movie Casino, which I'm sure we've talked. I almost know we've talked about it on here. Yeah. But man, I love that movie. Just how chaotic and crazy that one is.
Chaotic for sure.
That's like the essence of chaos.
Ooh, that's a big movie to take in too.
It is epic.
Isn't it 3? It's 3 hours.
It is 3 hours.
Yeah. Yep. It's a long movie, but I remember watching it. It was so much thrown at me right off the bat. Like it was like 45 minutes into it. I was kind of just like trying to figure out like what's going on, or
dude. That's how it makes you feel. It's like sensory overload. It's like throwing so many characters at you, and there's like a bunch of people, different people narrating. It's like practically a narration fest. It's so, it almost feels like watching a documentary about it, almost the way it's paced. It's a lot of data, but I think on rewatches that I always appreciate it more and more for that in a weird way. I was always so challenged by it on like the first 5 or 6 viewings. Like I needed a lot of viewings to just get comfortable with like how it was pacing everything out. So the movie literally just feels like sensory overload. It's like I think it's intending just to feel like it's the most exhausting environment possible to be in a weird way. Like Scorsese almost portrays it that way. Man, it makes a jungle out of the characters.
Yeah, and the whole Vegas aesthetic too, especially in the desert, is pretty cool.
It is really cool. Absolutely. No, his Vegas aesthetic is spot on, dude.
Yeah.
Those scenes were just amazing.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's one I want to definitely revisit sometime.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't get old. I think on any viewing, it retains its status, bro. It's just one of the most chaotic, crazy movies of the '90s.
Yeah, and what's his name is fucking crazy.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
God, he's such a psychopath, dude. Yeah, he's one of the most rotten psychopaths ever, dude. In that movie, like him, Sharon Stone, and she's just off the rails, batshit crazy. Robert De Niro's just trying to hold it all together. You know, it's just damn. It's just watching this thing crumble. What all can he do? You know, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, brother. Yeah, that's a great one right there. Then another one I revisited was Chinatown. Just thinking in all that. God, it's such a great movie, dude.
It's an amazing movie.
Amazing. That's just one of the best mystery movies ever made.
Yeah, it really is. And gosh, it's just so well done. But it's great pace, slow pace to it. But very, very awesome mystery movie for sure. Absolutely. And I love the aesthetic of it. For Jack Nicholson is just like kind of again just like insanely amazing to watch too.
He's insanely good to watch. Insanely great in that.
Yeah.
That's one of the most subtle performances he's ever did. It's uniquely subtle. Usually he's kind of loud over the top. He's like not a loud person in this movie.
I watched that movie when I revisited that movie for like a few years ago. It like blew me away so much. I was like, oh yeah, you know what? This is probably my top 5 movies of all time. Like, right. I mean, it was just like, wow, like this is really, really good.
It really is like right up there as one of the best achievements of all time. Yeah, it's uniquely haunting in every sense of the word.
Yeah, it's the ending is just like,
what a disturbing ending.
Man.
No, I'm so thankful they successfully kind of got that kind of ending across.
For sure.
That's dark, that's haunting, and kind of traumatizing almost to see it go like that. I mean that's just one of the most I guess it's engulfing mystery movies of all time. Yeah, and it holds up whenever rewatch. Just the atmosphere, like the noir kind of mood to it. It's perfect.
Yeah, I definitely dig it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, there's that. Rewatched. I forgot if we talked about the movie Thin Red Line on here. I might have mentioned it just recently. I guess I'll bring up a little. It's just the Gray War movie from the late 90s.
Okay.
It was released in 1998, and it was at the time very popular as being like that. Saving Private Ryan were just two different perspectives on war. This was kind of just observing like a bunch of mini stories, basically, like and just interwoven about like 22 characters, like a massive epic. But like it reminds me a lot of like how Boogie Nights and Magnolia was directed. It has that almost a youthful energy about it. And I mean, it is entertaining from start to finish. One of the most visually beautiful movies ever made. Like, I think it might be as my personal favorite. Like, I think movie to depict war of all time. Just how entertaining all the stories are, and how dramatic it all feels. The stakes are very high throughout the whole thing. And you got all kinds of big actors in it. To go down the list, it's a massive one. It's like ranging from like John C. Reilly, Woody Harrelson.
Oh shit!
Like, I mean, a lot of actors that you'll be familiar with. Jim Caviezel, Sean Penn's a great one in that.
Huh.
Yeah, John Cusack. Like, just so many. The list just goes on.
Wow,
Adrian Brody. Yeah, Jared Leto, John Travolta. Like, massive. Yeah, random. It's like the most random actors of the 90s.
Yeah.
It's like, that movie, it's just like almost, and the director Terrence Malick, before he made it, I know he spent like 2 years just being like a professor a teacher about movies, for a philosophy teacher.
Terrence Malick, he made, that one movie, the weird movie, The
Tree of Life.
Yeah.
Yep. I know, that's like, I know, that's like almost love or hate kind of deal ever. It's a weird movie. It is a weird movie.
I put that. I remember just putting that on. I was like, "What am I watching, dude?" Turned it off, dude. I was like, "I can't."
What is this shit, man? No, I rewatched that yesterday. Actually, just for fun.
Really?
I just wanted to feel it out because it's like that gets a lot of people just like, "What the hell? What the hell is this?" And I always get really interested. It's like that's a very. How
does this still hold up for you?
I love it personally. Yeah. It just feels like an emotional kind of thing. Maybe it's just like I think I realized maybe that movie's almost made for someone who's like a little more detached from like I guess being around a family all the time kind of thing. It's a little bit more of a detached angle on it, and maybe it connects in that kind of sense. Kind of an outsider, maybe like you could say an outsider looking in. You could say it feels like that kind of tone in a lot of ways.
Isn't Brad Pitt in it?
Yeah, Brad Pitt, Jessica Chastain. But I love the movie personally. It's just I guess it's about how it balances the cosmos with just the intimacy of an everyday of a family. I think it's a really cool kind of balance of the two.
Okay.
Yeah. But it kind of just I don't know, almost just kind of resonates with just like my musical kind of I guess tendencies. It feels like a very just just a close up kind of spiritual kind of look on just balancing surrealism with just everyday sort of characters. I think a guy like me always kind of I think it's like almost like important to have that balance in a lot of ways. So I think it just kind of just I don't know, it kind of just feels life affirming to me in a weird way for all that.
Yeah. Well, everyone has their own movies to make them.
Yeah, it's all like Cloud Atlas is. I know like people probably see like an all time favorite in that, but I'm like, and I think I was just like, it was pretty. I'm gonna rewatch that one though. Yeah. I think that's gonna mean a lot. I think that's a pretty similar kind of movie. Right. A lot of those kind of movies just like I feel like I gotta spend a lot of time with it or see it a few times for it to really click. Yeah,
I hear you. A lot of movies I have to watch like when I'm older to kind of appreciate more. Things like that, or let it click with me.
Yeah, because I think another element I was thinking of a Tree of Life that may not click was like I think it's like okay, it's just characters just doing what you're already doing in real life, basically. Maybe it's like why do I need this movie kind of thing. Okay. I was thinking that could probably be it because I've like met a lot of people who've like what the hell is this movie? What's going on with this movie? Yeah. Cause I think a lot of it's just like they're just kind of living their lives like like people like anyone would live and. Like they're at home. They have like like the mother father dynamic with their children. It's very very down to earth whenever it's down to earth. Mm-hmm. To a point where it's like maybe it's just like I imagine you're probably I just need to do this in real life. So that's why I imagine you're saying why does this movie exist? Yeah,
I don't know. I tried watching it years ago.
Not everyone needs that movie.
Maybe I'll have to try to check it out again one day. But that's I remember just being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, not everyone needs it, man. I think that's why I realize some movies it's like this
I think John felt the same way.
John felt the same way. I think Lucas did. I've talked to a lot of friends in the past who felt that way about it. It's I think that's a really common like what the hell's the idea?
Very interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
There's that. Let's see what else I've seen lately. I'm pulling my list here. I just ended up watching a lot of Scorsese. There was a director, Michelangelo Antonioni. I forget if I've ever mentioned that name on here.
No, I don't think so.
Italian director, mostly from the 60s, but man, I really love his aesthetic value a lot. I feel like he was one of the most ahead of his time kind of guys to just like really flesh out detail-oriented moments in movies. It's like his movies are like not plot-driven at all, much how Scorsese is. It's like he just kind of wants to breathe an atmosphere and characters, and he makes some real slow burners that are like, I think my favorite examples are this movie called Blow Up, and have you ever heard that title?
Blow Up? I kind of feel like I've heard that.
You might have, basically it's just kind of like, it's almost a punk aesthetic in a weird kind of way, but it's just set in 60s London, just kind of following a photographer, just mingling with a bunch of characters. It's almost just meant to be a raw portrayal of what the art scene is like in every sense of the word. I love how he paces his movies out there, man. It's like he really has like a comfort value to his like movies. They almost feel like they're a little detached from humanity. They just kind of observe like from a distance a little bit. And it's like his movies just really get that aesthetic tone across really well. Yeah. And that movie Blow Up is a great example. And then he went to America and he made a really polarizing movie called Zabriskie Point in 1970. Just kind of an observation of just you could just say like I know just a lot of corporate stuff imbalance and just characters just living out in the desert basically. Really cool movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it a lot personally. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard any of his movies.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, and I know there's one called La Ventura. That was one of the first movies he made in 1960. And that's like, I know like Jack Nicholson considers that his favorite movie of all time. Yeah, it's just, there is a lot of people who are drawn to chaos love his movies. That's something I've observed over the years. La Ventura is almost just kind of just characters going to an island, someone goes missing, and it's almost just observing how the characters don't really care about the mystery. They just kind of want to get on about their day rather than, it's kind of dark. It's kind of dark and tormented in a way. But I know that was also a huge influence on like David Fincher's tone. Okay. So he's just a really influential director in every sense. And I'd be curious to hear your take on one of his movies sometime.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'd like to, every time you bring up a director like this, I'm always like, man, I need to know what that's about.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, it's cool, man. Yeah, I've rewatched a lot of his stuff, and I've even had a few times where I would rewatch his stuff, and I was like, this almost, like, I can't explain it, but I always felt like a subconscious connection. I could almost see like the way you look at things a little bit in his tone. It's like he's kind of got this like, I care about humanity so much, I kind of just want to show all these like unusual offbeat kind of like moments, in characterization, moments that just feel like they're weird and strange, and almost find the value of just wonder about it, like be curious about things in the surroundings. His movies really breathe in like the texture, like they were really slow paced in their own kind of way.
Is it kind of like gritty, like
kind of? Yeah. I think gritty's a good way to put it. Yeah, he's gritty. Yeah, he likes to be gritty. He likes to. Yeah, but I always felt a spiritual connection to his tone. I'm like, I think I sort of realized your tone actually reminds me a lot of that. I get this feeling of like I almost like a fresh way of looking at things is what his movies do. And like I get out of his movies and I'm like, I think I actually see the world a little differently because of what he took me through. You made me slow down and smell the roses, like kind of thing. And just I really understand humanity better and get gritty with it. Yeah, don't be afraid to just get close up on just weird shit, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Feel like a pirate, man. Yeah, just
I like that.
Yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good stuff then.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm always learning from you.
Hey, brother. There's always an endless stream of film out there, brother.
Yeah, it really is.
That's so cool about it. So
I only watched one other movie here, and it's a newer one. It's got Vince Vaughn in it, and what's his name? James Marsden. And it's called Mike and Nick and Alice.
So how was that?
It's all right. It's entertaining on like a it's entertaining on kind of just like a face value,
Yeah.
It's because we got Vince Vaughn playing two versions of himself on screen, but it's nothing like as powerful as like Michael B. Jordan in Sinners.
Right,
he's just like it's he plays a past version and a future version, or a present version and a future version of himself, because it's got a time machine in this movie, and it's basically just like these two hitmans. They've kind of got their own. Well, Vince Vaughn basically drags James Marsden into this scenario to help him out, and come to find out, it's like he found a time machine. He's the future version of himself. He's trying to save James Marsden from his present self, because he ordered him to kill him, and it was just like he's trying to prevent that now. And it's just kind of like this kind of quirky twist on, there's a guy, there's just like a bounty on this person's head and framing this person. It's just like, in a crime organization kind of drama, and it's so on that value, it's entertaining and it's fun, and it's a quirky, kooky concept, but yeah, it's got like Vince Vaughn, James Marsden, which I love James Marsden. He's great.
Right on.
And Keith David. Do you know Keith?
I don't think I know who that is.
I feel like you would recognize him if you just saw him or at least heard his voice.
Keith David.
Yeah, he's an iconic one, I think. I particularly like him. I discovered him because he voices a character in the Saints Row video game series.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
right on.
So he's he pops up in just a bunch of movies and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh, he was in The Thing and They Live.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, noted.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I love this guy. Yeah, I love this guy.
Yeah, he's great, dude.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Great,
yeah,
so.
you don't. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
he's in some John Carpenter stuff.
Absolutely. There you go.
Sweet.
So, yeah, it's all right. It's nothing to brag home to, but it's for a Hulu original and all that stuff. It's a fun movie, and I always like. I think I would immediately wanted to, or not immediately wanted to watch it, but I was more like cool with watching it because I like Vince Vaughn, and I've always liked Vince Vaughn, but he's. I don't know. I can tell he's just getting a little older now.
Yeah, he's a little tired.
I'm losing the charm from him.
Yeah, I could see that with
that was my thing watching it. I felt like I was like excited because it was Vince Vaun, but then like
I do like
watching
Vince Vaughn a lot.
I'm like, he's not as charismatic.
You
as
could
he
say
used
it's
to be,
probably, and I think Carrie probably is like maybe seeing that, and is that that's probably maybe some of the reasons he's withdrawn. He probably knows it would be something
and
like that.
And I think Adam Sandler is kind of in that era right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he has great charm to him as far as comedy goes, but he's not as maniac as he was.
He's kind of lost the manic energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's really subtle with his humor now, and I think he likes doing the dramatic roles. I think
he's more drawn to it.
Yeah, I think he'll ramp up for the drama.
Yeah.
But I think he's not as like kooky as he was.
No,
so,
I think I fizzled somewhere.
So I think like I think that's something I'm seeing with Vince Vaughn. I'm like, okay, like not that he's like over the top comedy in this movie, but it's I can just tell. I'm like, yeah, he's getting a little older now. I think he should probably maybe find some more dramatic roles, which he has done. He's done a lot of dramatic roles,
more dramas. He seems like he would be perfect for more dramas.
He's a really good actor.
I like him a lot.
I like Vince Vaughn.
I do too, man.
Like his early stuff, along with those other comedy actors. I mean, he's hilarious.
So funny. Like like Dodgeball and Swingers.
Absolutely. I haven't seen Swingers.
Recommended. I would really be curious to get your take on that. That was the same guy who directed Go, I believe. Doug Lemon.
Okay.
I believe
Cool.
That's another pretty similar aesthetic too.
Cool.
It's a guy who just goes out clubbing and he's like kind of more of an extroverted, kind of get along with people while he's around with a real heavy introverted kind of guy. It's a really cool balance in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I love him in Dodgeball, and when he pops up in like Will Ferrell movies or something. Eric and Red,
he's so funny, dude.
Yeah, he's because he plays like kind of a great asshole too.
He is a great asshole.
He's a great asshole.
He does play
like,
that well.
Ben Stiller,
Yeah, dude. They both are great at assholes.
So they're just like there's something really funny about that, and but I have seen him in some drama roles. There's like this prison movie that he did, like Cell Block 90.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of mystique about.
Yeah, he plays like a dude that goes to prison. He apparently is like pretty, like he's pretty rough in there too, or something like that. I haven't seen the whole thing. I haven't seen it, but like I know he plays in that Cell Block 90.
Yeah, I think Craig Z. Zahler. I need to go through his filmography. I've not seen any of his films, but he's made some great movies supposedly. Yeah, Dragged Across Concrete, I think was another one.
Okay,
yeah, he's a pretty big filmography.
So yeah, I'd like to see Vince Vaughn and some other stuff.
I would too, man. Yeah, I was randomly thinking of another one I really liked. He had a cameo in the movie Into the Wild. Have you seen that one?
Into the Wild?
Yeah.
The one where he goes out to Alaska?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he played in that?
Yeah, he had a cameo. Yeah, he was one of the guys that Amelia Hurst visits, and he basically owns a ranch. And he kind of works for him for a little bit.
I didn't remember that part.
Yeah,
I've seen it one time. I mean, like 10 years ago.
Right on. Yeah, and I love that movie because it's a lot of like subtly cringe-inducing moments, and he plays a really cringy kind of character because he just kind of goes on about just like fuck society basically, and it's like kind of awkward hearing it from him somehow. But dude, it's really good though. Yeah, he's really good, and then Sean Penn directed that movie too.
Sean Penn?
Yeah, he sure did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I love that movie. That's another one. I think it's similar to Tree of Life, where I think that would be almost a cringy one, but I think it almost hits a almost certain out of touch kind of perspective. Mm-hmm. Like growing up, I was like it almost makes it seem cool to like go on like just I don't know like a never ending hike almost kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
well, he's also way too
really
detached.
It ends up really bad, and that's exactly right. His story ends up horrible. It's like wow, the movies like that are ultimately cautionary tales. I'm like wow, it's like a youthful side of you wants to do that, but then it's like. Wow, that's too far. That's that's just removed from reality.
Absolutely,
it's so aimless. You feel like the dead end, big time when you watch that. So it's a really sad story ultimately.
It is sad, yeah. So, but it's kind of a really great feel good movie all the way up into that last.
It is, yeah.
It
celebrates the
then
simplicity.
he realizes,
he kind of fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah. It's like he's on this great, wonderful, like kind of spiritual journey of like kind of just like being in tune with nature, just meeting all sorts of cool characters, and it like seems appealing. But then it's like. Yeah, there is like a harsh dead end, and it kind of reflected a lot of like subconscious like feelings I've had in my 20s in a lot of ways, where it's like, wow, these fantasies sound great, but it's like, yeah, there's got to be some more grounded reality than that. That's just instinctually true, I find.
Yeah.
I'm
with you.
Stories are dangerous, just getting out of tune. Just something simple as eating the wrong berries, can kill it all.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, that picture of him at the end is like like in the movie they do a great job showing that too, but like they show like an actual picture, or I don't know if you've actually seen the real picture of him, but it's just like it's just sad. It's
so sad how much he fizzled.
Yeah. It's like that's kind of why I never wanted to watch that movie again, just because I'm like, I know this is a terrible ending, but
it's a frighteningly realistic kind of. It's the ultimate like, I want to be like him for most of the movie, but then it's like, oh shit, that dead end is so harsh that it's like, wow, he lived it, so we don't need to be doing all that.
Well.
There's other ways to fulfill that.
I guess it's a good cautionary tale, like you said.
It's a cautionary tale. It is. It is certainly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I was going to say on a side note, too, I'm going to open up a new door. And I'm officially motivated. I'm going to start checking out some more TV shows throughout the 2000s range. Because that is a blind side I have, and I got to confess to that.
All right, dude.
I'm ready to fix it. So
yeah, so
I think I'm going to start with I'm thinking I'm going to start with The Office.
Okay.
Because we're geeking out about it, and I'm like, that sounds exactly like the brand of humor I'm looking for.
It's so funny, dude.
Oh, that's great.
I highly recommend starting it from season 1 because it's really great to watch the evolution of it and how... because there is like a big narrative to the whole thing, but like how well you see like Steve Carell like lean into the role of Michael Scott and all the other characters, and like you can tell like the writing just gets better and better, and but like the cringe factor just never stops. It's gosh, dude.
I'm looking for awkward humor.
The first season is it's probably a little polarizing because it's almost a little too much. I'm like, oh gosh, like, and it looks kind of low budget too, in a sense. So it's just like they say some raunchy, wild shit. Like he's very unlikable in the first season, Michael Scott, and but he's got that Steve Carell charm to him, so it's fun to watch. But they really had to kind of, I feel like, tame him a little bit in going on because he's just got like make him more likable, I think. But man, it's so good, dude. It's so funny, man. I was telling you some of those episodes, and it's just like it just has me in cackles. Dude.
Yeah, I was like literally the kind of humor I'm looking for. So
I put
it
on one time you were here. And
yeah,
I think
you did.
I
loved it. I was loving it when I saw it, dude. I love the little bit I've seen. It's just I just simply need to watch it more because I think I've got some verse in '90s like shows, but I think 2000s era. I'm like, dude, that's a blind spot. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna start right there. I'm gonna go chronological, like you say. I'm gonna. I think it's on Peacock, so I'm just gonna stream it there.
Yeah, it's worth watching all the way up until like when Michael Scott leaves. Season 8 and 9, Steve Carell's not in it, and it's got basically the rest of the Office crew. And it's not, if you're watching it for the narrative purpose, it's fine because like you can at least see what happens with everyone. And like it has some good moments because there's a lot of guest Office stars. Like Will Ferrell comes in as the office manager. Like,
oh man,
like a couple episodes. What's his name? Is it James Spader?
Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. He comes in. There's like they do like a lot of random like people coming in to like fill in Michael's like role, and it's super funny.
That's great, dude.
But there's some good moments, but overall it's not as strong as the rest. I'd say the first 5 seasons are like perfect, and then 6 and 7, he's getting they're doing some more transitional stuff to get him out of the show, but it's still good. Still like he's still funny because anytime he's in it, it's great. Yeah, so
oh, man.
Recommend it. Man.
Spot on. That's exactly where I'm going to take it.
Say maybe Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. I still haven't watched that yet. Yeah, you bring that up. I'm going to make that one happen
get
too.
Some Bryan Cranston.
That's always been intriguing. I want to see Bryan Cranston and his balance of Frankie Muniz in that very much.
Yeah.
Largely just because I love Breaking Bad so much. I just want to see another show with. I just want to see Bryan Cranston in almost a less dark like lens.
Yeah,
like I want to see
it's
what
fantastic.
it's like. That sounds great.
Fantastic. Yeah,
I'll plan on that too. I've got that on my queue. I want to check out Arrested Development. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. We brought that up too.
Hasn't talked about a lot.
That was an interesting show I watched, like kind of around the same time I started watching The Office, and the first 3 seasons are pretty funny. I mean, Jason Bateman and like Will Arnett are particularly hilarious, and it's just like really, it's just that great awkward dry humor that really does kind of let you, like kind of twerk your head like, what? It's so funny, dude.
Oh, man.
Very good. Netflix picked it up after they got canceled, and I didn't think they did a good job afterwards. But those first 3 seasons are pretty fun to watch. So Arrested Development and Parks and Rec, which is the other
that's
show.
Too.
I think it's the same writers as The Office, and that's a really, really great show too. Great cast in it, very funny. And they do some wild stuff in it too, but it's I just don't think it's as crude as sometimes as The Office, and I just like The Office humor a little bit more, in my opinion. But Wendy likes Parks and Rec more than The Office.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that.
Yeah, a lot of people have, and it is a really, really great show. So highly recommend that too.
Right on. Well, that's what's up. Well, I'm absolutely gonna go down that one.
Yeah,
I cannot wait, dude.
And those are good to cram out because like you can watch like 4 or 5 episodes in the span of like a movie or something like that. You can, or if you're just having it on while you clean up, or you're watching, or you're like working on your analysis or something like that.
Dude,
you just have it on.
That's
and
what I
just
want to do.
Tune in and work, and it's just like
that's what I need.
It's a great background show
that's
to have
great.
on.
That's great. I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need some more shows. I just can't explain it. I'm like, there's just a sense of comedy I want to evolve, and I think 2000s era humor is like totally where my humor's at, and I need to expand that canvas. So I think that right there will do it. And then 30 Rock. Have you watched 30 Rock?
Never watched 30 Rock. I think I started watching the first episode once, and I just I don't know. It wasn't hitting my note. So.
That's one of those. Yeah, like I hear a lot about it.
I think it's like if you're a big fan of Saturday Night Live, like the same writers and creators are behind that.
Right on.
Alec Baldwin.
Oh yeah, I think he's behind that. Yeah, I think that's right. But
I love it. I love it, dude. It's not even like a laughing matter. It's just like that. But it's so wild to think like that happened on that film set. That Do you remember Alec Baldwin shooting?
That dude.
Person,
that's what you're, shoot. Yeah. That's not a laughing matter.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean like but like the concept when you hear about it, you're like, what? You're like, oh my gosh,
I can't believe that happened.
I know
that was crazy surreal.
I feel so bad for him.
I know.
Like, damn, dude. That would fuck me up for life.
I couldn't do it again, man. I couldn't act. I couldn't imagine doing that.
Yeah, I would be like, I'm done. I don't know what to do. I have to. I don't know. Yeah,
that would be a nightmare. Yeah, dude. That's the most anxiety-inducing scenarios I've ever heard of.
Yeah, they just put that movie out too. I think.
Really?
They still ended up releasing it.
What was the movie?
It's called Rust.
Rust. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, has Alec Baldwin even acted in anything since that?
Oh, I don't know if he has. To be honest, he might not have.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. So many anxiety-inducing scenarios. It's like, damn, I imagine it's like, wow, I'd rather just be out of the limelight.
I mean, I wouldn't even know what to do with myself.
I'd be a wreck, dude.
I would, yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't deserve anything ever, and I don't know. I would be questioning all of my existence.
Seriously, I'd be dirt, dude. Yeah, I feel like total dirt. Oh.
But yeah, I haven't seen 30 Rock, though. I'm trying to think of other shows around that era. I don't really... No.
Yeah, and then like Malcolm in the Middle. Did you grow up watching that one?
I had it on. I've seen a lot of it when I was younger, just because on TV a lot. But I didn't like really sit down and watch a lot of these shows.
Yeah, that one's got my mystique value.
Yeah,
I've always seen clips, and again, just Bryan Cranston, Frankie Muniz,
great writing.
It's great,
great writing, and great acting. It's awesome. It's a really fun show.
That's very super cool, dude. That's super cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Right on, dude.
Right on, dude.
Yeah. Probably. That's probably all I got.
Yeah, I think that's all I got. Yeah, I think I'm good there.
Right on. Sounds good, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I guess we'll get back to what we got coming up next and see what happens there.
Yes,
I got to finish this movie called Mystic Pizza tonight.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that. I've heard that title.
It's a kid from Stranger Things.
That's right. I've heard that title. I don't know
anything
about it.
It's really trippy, but it's pretty funny so far. It's again, it's one of those like on face value watching it. it's a great entertaining movie. It's not like a mind-blowing, like groundbreaking kind of cinema movie or something like that. But it's pretty fun. Like I like it. So
that's what's up. Wasn't that made in like the late '90s range, or is that
no?
Newer?
It just came out.
That's newer. Okay.
Yeah.
I think there might have been 2 titles of that. Yeah, I got it. I may not have heard of it.
It's called Mystic Pizza.
Look it up here.
Mystic Pizza. Oh, there is another one in 1988. Oh, okay. What am I thinking?
Or late 80s.
It's probably not pizza, or probably not called Mystic Pizza.
Mystic Pizza. That's a title.
Yeah, that is a title.
I know. I've always been intrigued by that title.
Oh, what the hell is that movie called? I got a new movie. Dead air. It's just called Pizza Movie. That's what it is.
Yeah,
okay,
Pizza Movie. Yeah. So
okay. Yeah. It's I was like, I don't know. Mystic Pizza doesn't sound right now. But Pizza Movie. Okay, that's what it's called. The guy from Stranger Things in it. It's like these 2 college kids. It's kind of really reminding me of like something like Freeway. It's super wacky, absurd. Like it's like not traditional. Like kids go to college and like everything is like over the top. Like it's intended to be like over the top. Like the college kids are hazing them, and like farting in their faces and doing all kinds of crazy stuff too. Like it's just like it's super ridiculous. But they take these drugs, and these drugs are like taking them through like a 7-stage trip of like all kinds of wild stuff going on. So it's pretty funny. But I got to finish it tonight. So
right on. I'm curious to get your take on that one.
Yeah, and maybe we'll go see Mario this weekend.
That's right. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna try and watch that first one here in the next few days before building up to that.
Highly recommend. Very good.
I'm very intrigued. Yeah, I've never seen it, so I love the games. I'm very attached to the games.
Yeah, if you like the games, you'll appreciate everything they got going on in the movie. So.
Yeah, that's what's a lot. I'm looking forward to that.
Hell yeah, man. All right then. Well, we appreciate y'all checking us out, and thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next one.
Appreciate it as always. Until next time.